Hi everyone, my name is Rachel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is where I make scrapbooking process videos and also do live scrap and chats every month. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the big crafty world, and if you'd like to watch more, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to always know when I have a new video. If you could also give me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Alright everyone, let's start scrapping!
Hey everyone, so I don't have an opening for this because I made this layout back at the beginning of January or the end of December, and I was actually for the January challenge for My Little Scrapbook Store, but with things being the way they were with my health back then, I never got a chance to edit or voice over the video. So I thought I would go ahead and do that now for Christmas in July. So I am using Simple Stories Jingle All the Way, which I picked up at My Little Scrapbook Store last fall, I believe. And then I also am using that sketch that was part of the January challenge. Now it's actually an 8.5 by 11 sketch that I moved to be a 12 by 12 because that's my preferred scrapbooking size. So I have the full collection kit. I also have the chipboard stickers, the enamel faux brads, and the bits and pieces die cuts. Oh my gosh, I love the tag paper that Simple Stories is doing with their lines now, where one side is journaling tags and the other side is decorative tags. I think that is such a smart idea because tags are just so versatile in scrapbooking for so many different things. So I'm poking through all of the papers. Now, I plan to, other than obviously shifting the size, stick very close to this particular sketch. So I know I need 4 different pattern papers, plus an extra one to mat all of my photos on. So I wanted to make sure I picked those out. I wanted different sizes and different colors for all the pattern papers as well, rather than very similar ones. And so I wanted to get those set, and then I went ahead into my close to my heart colored cardstock and I picked out this green paper as my background. Now I'm looking through to see if there's anything else I like, but the green is going to be it. I believe this is called Fern, and all of Close to My Heart cardstock is two-tone, so it's one color on one side and one on the other. Now I also pulled out a white piece of cardstock because I was considering using that, but in the end I decide I want to go with this lighter green from Close to My Heart. So I have 4 photos. They're all 2 by 3. Now in the sketch they are, I think, 2.5 by 2.5, but I figured this was close enough that I wouldn't have to have that much of a difference between this larger photos. So these are a series of photos. Now this is Christmas Day. For Christmas, one of the gifts I purchased my stepfather was the Highclere Castle, which is the castle where Downton Abbey filmed. That was a show he and my mother used to watch a lot. And then he's also a huge gin fan. So I got him the gin. My housemate bought him a glass with a gin-themed pun on it. I don't remember what it is from now, but it's something like, let the fun be gin, something like that. And then my nephew actually bought him some tonic water, so that way he could have a drink on Christmas Day. That was the whole idea behind it. So these are a series of him, pouring the drink, stirring the drink, and then enjoying the first sip of the drink. So he says it's very good, by the way. In case anyone is a fan of gin, it is a very good gin. So now that I've got my photos all set up and all matted on that green polka dotted paper, I'm now cutting out my squares that are going to go behind it. Now, normally I'm not that much of a measurer, but because I wanted these to line up, I did measure them. I want to say they're 5 by 5, but they could also be 4.5 by 4.5. Understand this is going back over 6 months when I actually made this layout, so I am not 100% sure. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out 2 of these tags. One of the tags that I'm going to do my journaling on, the one is going to be the one with the Christmas lights on top, and you'll note in one of the pieces of paper, pattern paper I picked, is also the Christmas lights. So I liked the idea of having two different spots with those Christmas lights being on my page. And then I'm going to trim out that other one you see right there, the red one where it says sending Christmas cheer. Because when you think of Christmas cheer, quite often people refer to that as an alcoholic beverage. So I wanted to have that on there. I thought that worked on there as well. So I'm just going to clean up my space, get rid of all the pattern papers that I'm not using, and go ahead and get, before I started gluing stuff down, I just wanted to clear my space a little. So those are the two tags I have, and now I'm going ahead and getting down my pattern papers, I think. Apparently I'm doing something else first, and I should have edited this out, but I did not. So I'm just trying to see where I want my layout, my papers to be. I've got the Christmas lights one, the Christmas tree, the kind of floating Santas, and then that green tone-on-tone, which is either a wonky polka dot or some sort of like leaf pattern. I actually, once again, I made this quite a bit ago, and I only have a small screen to see kind of a preview of. I am using my T-square ruler to line these up. I wanted to make sure that they were straight because I plan on having, as is in the sketch, my photos be canted. So I definitely wanted to make sure that these were straight. All right, so and that's how my photos are going to go, and then that's where the tag is going to go, and then that is where the other tag is going to go. And I like that the Christmas light paper is in the upper left and then also the lower right of the page. The only thing I'm going to not mess up, but if I had my druthers, I end up gluing the red tag a little bit low, and I don't necessarily, I wish I'd glued it down a little bit higher. No big deal. I add that little file tab that says December 25th because this was actually Christmas Day. I always like, whenever I see all of the, December 25th, Christmas Day, all that, I'm like, I have to make sure I use that on the layout where I'm actually taking pictures on Christmas Day. Because for those of you who don't listen to my videos very often, I don't tend to take a lot of pictures on Christmas, so I don't necessarily always have a lot of actual Christmas Day layouts. So I pulled out that banner that says Merry. I knew what I wanted my title to be from before I actually made this layout, and I knew the word Merry was going to be part of it. So I picked out that one, and then I thought, oh, I should look through the die cuts as well. I picked out a smaller one. I wasn't sure which would work better. So I have both of those picked out, and then I'm also going to look at the sticker sheet. Yes, the sticker sheet, just in case there. And then I don't remember if I looked at the chipboard pieces for that. It's no big deal if I didn't. I go ahead and get my photos glued down, get the tag glued down, and here's where I glue it slightly too low. And what I end up doing is I end up lining it up with the top of that Christmas light paper. And I like better when there are levels versus everything straight and lined up. And since my 4 pattern papers are already lined up, I really wish I had gone back and fixed that. So I grabbed from the sticker sheet this poinsettia sticker, basically because I wanted to put that house chipboard piece down, and the Santa paper is just slightly too busy, so I just wanted something that was more tone on tone to have as an underneath the layer of the house. I go ahead and get the tag glued down, and then here's where I've got the 2 different Marys, and I decide I definitely want to use the bigger Mary, so I go with the banner sticker instead. And then for the rest of my title, I pull out these. They're Amy Tangerine. They came out with her, I don't remember which line it came out with, but these are a bit older. There's a newer version of them that are a light blue glitter and a white holographic. These are a black holographic and then a black glitter. So my entire title is going to be Merry Ginmas, and then I'm just going to be talking about, when I do my journaling, about the fact that we got him the gin-themed gifts so he could have a drink on Christmas Day. Now, a funny thing, you're going to see another Christmas layout next week from our scrap bin series I do with a couple other YouTubers. That Christmas layout is from 2019. This is from 2020. I have multiple years of Christmas because it's just one of those things where by the time I have Christmas photos to scrap, I'm kind of done with Christmas. Like, I made this layout and then I didn't make any other Christmas layouts until probably... Oh, I did this one, I did one other. And then I didn't do any until last month, or the beginning of this month. Anywho, I'm going ahead. I did use my pen to make lines, because this particular tag didn't have any lines on it. I tried to use my precision pen to do my journaling. That one's getting a little dry, so I just went back to the pen I made the lines with and finished off my journaling. I realized that the house definitely needs to be reinforced with some liquid glue, so I go ahead and get that down as well. And I liked the house. I liked the tallness of it, and I also liked... we were at my house, and my house that we currently live in is a Victorian, so it's very similar to the style of that house, although it is not green. And now I'm pulling out the faux brads, and I'm going to put one in each of the quote-unquote holes for the tag. I know some people have to put thread, but I'm okay with an enamel dot or a faux brad, as it were. I'm also adding some of the faux brads in the upper portion of the layout by the December 25th file tab. And the reason for that is I had the poinsettia down on the bottom, that sticker, and I wanted to bring another poinsettia in as well. So I'm just poking around, and I'm thinking about adding some word or phrase stickers from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to add those right where the poinsettia sticker is, and that is just kind of filling out that embellishment cluster, making it just a little bit more prominent. Now, I want to talk about the title. In the video, it's not necessarily the easiest part to read, the Jinmas. I always have detail, well, I almost always have detail photos at the end. If you hang out till the end and look at the photo of the whole layout, you can definitely see it's incredibly readable. It's just not necessarily that readable on the video. So I'm just looking at the sketch once again, just checking out, seeing if I'm missing any of the major elements, but I am not. So the final thing I'm going to do today is add some sprinkling of mist, and that is in red gold, and that's from Shimmers. And that completes my layout today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye!